Hi, everybody, and welcome to your English class. I just wanted to make a nice, quick orientation video to get you started. So the first thing that you'll do every day when you check into class is take a look at the announcements. I post announcements, and so does the Writing Mentor, and they're really helpful to get you through the class. They've got some fantastic tips about navigating the course and how to beef up your writing. And I'll be posting some videos throughout to help you to work on those habits of mind. So as soon as you checked in and looked at the announcements, the first thing that we're going to do this week is I'm going to walk you through the course orientation module, and that's module 0. So if you will go ahead over to the modules link on the left-hand side and click there, you'll see that the first thing that comes up is Module 0, Important Course Information. So I'd like to go ahead and walk you through that. Go ahead and join me as we click on each link. So if you click on Welcome to English 102 in the Writer's Studio, you'll see that it gives you a course overview, talks about some important course information, the course expectations. If you keep scrolling down, you'll notice there's a graph that talks about the difference between invention, research, drafting, feedback, revision, and reflection, and then how we repeat that process throughout the course. This is probably something you're familiar with already from English 101. So this is a nice kind of overview and review of the writing and drafting process. So completing the work in each module will give you the opportunity to practice these different aspects of the writing practice. And if you keep scrolling down, you'll notice that we'll be working on our rhetorical understanding. This is an expansion of what you did in English 101. We'll be also working on critical languaging and composing as a process. And you'll notice those 8 habits of mind pop up again, and that we'll also be using multimodal elements in our writing. If you keep scrolling down, you'll notice a key terms video. It's a short 3-minute and 33-second video that you'll want to start with before making your way on to the next button. So you can go ahead and read through that and find out all the details of the class and how much time you'll need to set aside and so forth. So now go ahead and click on the next button. Once you get to the next page, you'll see that it says Getting Help, Instructional Team, and Contact Information. And this is where you're going to find my information. I have a little bio video that you can read through. Hopefully you'll find my life a little bit interesting, and you'll be able to connect with me on some of my hobbies. I'll be going in and introducing myself to all of you during our first module. As we go through the introductions. So go ahead and take a look at my bio. And then if you keep scrolling down, you'll notice when I'm online. And I'm online early in the morning in the Eastern time zone. And I check in every Monday through Friday. But I'm out of the classroom on Saturday and Sunday. I do check email early Sunday morning, but I'm not really in the classroom responding to posts or assignments at that time. So you can also get a hold of me in several ways. You can email me directly, and I have my email there. I have virtual office hours on Zoom Mondays through Thursday from 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. And you'll be using the Calendly link that I have provided there to set up an appointment during those times. Now, if you're on the West Coast, I know that's a significant time difference, and so that may be too early for you. If that's the case and you'd like to Zoom with me, just shoot me an email and we'll find a later time that works for both of us. You can also use my cell phone to call or text me. You may want to text first, and I'll respond to you as soon as I can. That's usually just for emergency situations. You can text me, though, if you have a last-minute question or something like that. And if it's something that I need to call you back for, I'll do so and get back to you during the day. It may be a little longer on the weekends, but I'm pretty prompt. And then you'll notice underneath that the writing mentor's information is there, and you'll be working with the writing mentor like you did in English 101 on the discussions and peer reviews and things of that nature. So I won't go into too much detail because your writing mentor will be posting some information about themselves. And then if you keep scrolling down, you'll see a little graphic that gives you the details of what's different between me, the instructor, versus what your writing mentor will be doing. And you can read through that. And if you have any questions, feel free to email either of us. Go ahead and click the next button. And once you're there, you'll see the course objectives, learning, contract, and charter for compassion. So you can go ahead and take some time to read through those learning objectives. Those are the things that we're going to be working on in the class and that you should be able to feel fluent in by the time we reach the end of the class. So the Charter for Compassion is really just about how we relate to one another in a compassionate way. That's kind of at the heart of all of our communication. So you'll want to keep that in mind when you're responding to your peers and when they're responding back to you and when I'm responding to you and when you're responding to me and the writing mentor and so forth. So we really want to feel compassionate in our hearts when we're giving feedback to others and just generally communicating with them. So you can read more about our Charter for Compassion by clicking on the link there. The habits of mind I touched on a little bit, and you can read through these habits of mind. Like I said, I'll be posting a video about the habits of mind each week. We'll cover a new one and get into a little more detail. So then as you scroll to the bottom, you'll see a video on the habits of mind, and you can watch that as soon as we're done. Go ahead and click on the next button. And you'll see the information for Top Hat and the frequently asked questions, how to go about navigating Top Hat. And you're probably familiar with Top Hat already because we used it in English 101. But if you're coming in at a time when you didn't need to take English 101, then this will give you details on how to access this Top Hat platform. And that's where that is actually your ebook for the class. So anytime it asks you to go in and do some readings, that's where you'll be going. And you'll notice this nice frequently asked questions section, and you'll click through all those links at a later point. So go ahead and click the next button. And we'll move on over to the Inscribe Learning Community. Now, I'm not a part of the Inscribe Learning Community. This is where your writing mentors are going to be and your fellow classmates. And what's great about this is you can connect with anyone that's taking an English class right now in the Writer Studio. So all the people that are taking English 102, you'll be able to connect with them. It's kind of like a virtual study hall, and the writing mentors will be there to help you and answer your questions. You can get more details on that if you've never used it before by watching the video and then reading the information on how you use Inscribe, access it, and how you get support if you run into any trouble. So go ahead and click the next button, and that's going to take you over to tips for using the Inscribe channels. And you'll see some tips on how to use the study hall, some asynchronous workshops that are available, and then just some general guidelines of what you should do before posting to Inscribe. and also some guidelines on what the response time will be when you post. And you can see that your questions will be answered by a writing mentor within 24 hours, Sunday through Thursday, and 48 hours, Friday and Saturday. Now, this might be a writing mentor that is not a writing mentor for your specific class, and that's okay. They're all in there working together to get your questions answered. And you'll see there's also some codes of conduct. Again, we're working on that compassionate response. So go ahead and click the next button. And that takes you over to an Inscribe introductory quiz just to make sure that you've read through all of the information and you know what's happening and you understand the platform. And so after that, you'll click the next button and see there's a Writer's Studio Technology Guide. And this is something that you'll take a look at. You'll click the Start Course button, and it'll walk you through. It's a reference guide, gives you the introduction to the course technologies, and gets fairly detailed about Gmail, my ASU, Canvas, etc. You can see all the different topics that it covers as you kind of scroll down using that arrow. So then when you click the next button, you'll come to a page called Tips for Success in the Writer's Studio. And you'll notice that there's a list of things to do that will help you to be successful in the class, like logging into the class and checking your ASU email daily, familiarizing yourself with the course materials, etc. And you can read through each of those sections to see how to be the most successful in the class. So the next thing that you'll be doing is clicking that next button to see the syllabus and course policies agreement. And this is also a little ungraded survey that you'll take after reading through all of the links here, just to make sure that you've read through all the information and you understand the code of conduct and the academic policy, and what's on the syllabus and all of those good things that are in any class you most likely will take. And so after that, when you click the next button at the bottom of the page, you'll see that there's a Writer's Studio AI Learning Materials section. So in this course, we're going to be working with generative AI, and you've probably already been working with it if you took the 101 class. And so some assignments, you're going to be using AI in order to help you with the invention exercises and so forth. And so you'll want to read through this section to familiarize yourself with the ways in which we'll be using different AI tools in the class, how to use Gen AI prompting, some tips and strategies for getting the best information you can out of Gen AI, how you cite Gen AI, and so forth. So, and there's also a frequently asked questions section that you can go through. I know that's a lot of material to digest just in the course orientation model. So we'll go ahead and close there. You've now walked through it, and you can take some time to click through all those links and watch the videos. And I'm looking forward to get starting on Module 1 with you.